Okay, it says we're live. Hello, welcome. Happy Friday. It's TGIF. Yay for Friday. How we doing? Hopefully we're doing good. Hopefully you're having an awesome day. Hopefully you've had a good most of the week. And hopefully we are going to have a fantastic weekend as well. I've got a little bit of catching up to do in terms of some of the Artist Way journaling prompts. I think I've got like 2 left. So I need to check in with those. And then I've got a bunch of revisions that I've been thinking about for the last couple days. And so I think I can make some headway on that. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, is a little bit of journaling and a good bit of revision, which is pretty normal for a lot of my streams. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. I did receive the first of 3 packages that I had ordered. Most of the stuff is stationary, but one of the things I got was I've been describing it as the economy pack of crochet hooks. They are, I was looking for the ones that have sort of like the more ergonomic grippies, which these have compared to like the plain metal ones. And then they have the size stamped. Let me see that maybe. There we go. 4 millimeter is that one. They are all different colors, and they were 14 in a set, and the whole set cost me less than $7. So they were like less than 50 cents a piece, as opposed to paying, I think I paid $3 or $4 for this one at like Hobby Lobby or something. And this one's supposed to be, again, the like ergonomic. The only thing is that like the grip on this one is longer. So if you have large hands, maybe this style would become like important to you. But I have short little stubby fingers and small hands. So hopefully these will work just fine. But yeah, so there's that. And then the other thing is that I did finally finish my next flower. So say hello to ginormous sunflower. This is much bigger than I anticipated, and I still didn't do everything. Like I did not do the melon seed bumpies, because there should be like 3 or 4 rows of like seed bumps. But I just couldn't figure out how to do those with the bigger yarn and the bigger hook. It just did not want to do. But here's the ginormous, like it's literally the size of my face, bigger than. So it has 5 of the thinner flower stems to do the thickness in order to hold the face mostly upright. It's still kind of leany. But yeah, and then I figured out how to crochet the iron wire into the petals. The only thing is that once I got to the leaf pattern, the wire is really only on close to the vein. It's not close to the outside of the flower, which I thought was kind of odd. Oh, and apparently I have a little snaggle. Oh, that's probably from where I wove in the ends. Whatever, it's fine. It's on the back. Nobody will pay attention to it. But it's like, it's very cool. So if I want, I can like kind of curl some of the leaves, like it's starting to wilt or something. But yeah, it looks very cool. I am pleased with it. And also it makes a great but I need to maybe not do that. So now I have the ginormous sunflower, 2 of the blue lavenders, which the color combo of these is really cool. I like that. and then one calla lily. So that is my flower bouquet in progress. So yeah, so this is my collection of crochet flowers that I have accomplished. So, but I am very pleased. Um, this took me 3 days, just like not like full days, but like a couple hours every day for 3 days. So these are not mass producible, I would say. For like the lavender ones are a little faster because they're like a straight strip with bumps and then you like just spiral glue it. But like this took time. So I don't think I could, it will be a long time, I think, before I make this size again. I do kind of want to play with it and make like a smaller disc and less flower petals, to be honest, but make like a black-eyed Susan. I have black yarn. I still have some of this mustard color, so I think I could make it. Now, having learned this, but yeah, I'm very pleased with it. So it makes me happy. But it's the size of a human head, which I think is appropriate to like actual sunflower size, right? Right? I think they're that big or bigger sometimes if they're like the champion size ones. But yeah. So I'm excited about it. So Diane says, very cool. Kate says, wow, it's so wonderful. It looks great. Thank you. I appreciate it. It looks cooler than I realized. Oh, thank you. I think it looks very cool. When I initially did the first part of the petals, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna look good. But then once I got the iron wire in there, I was like, oh, okay. And now I see the vision. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nice flower. Thank you. I appreciate it. Megan says, I recently crocheted a pouch for my sunglasses. Ooh, your only complaint was the pattern was too easy. You wanted something that would keep you occupied for longer. Ooh. You almost prefer the brownish color instead of green for the flower. Well, that's the disc for the inside should be a brownish. It's actually supposed to be like a darker brown. It's like that really deep brown leaning towards almost black because black-eyed Susans and sunflowers are related. I think they're both members of the aster family. But the back of it and the leaf should probably be green or greenish. But yeah, I was envisioning, I was like, well, maybe, it's late autumn. It's turning to brown. It'll be fine. So thank you. You're in Kansas, so you may be partial to sunflowers. Sunflowers are really cool. Where like when you get like a whole field of them and you just pass by them, they're so cool looking. That was one of the things that when I worked in Fayetteville, I would pass a field that had been the farmer there was growing sunflowers in that field, and it made me so happy when they were blooming. I was just like, it looks so cool. It just always made my week when I saw that, like, just in full bloom. I'm like, yes. But then like when it came time to like cut them down, I was like, no, my flowers. They were never mine. They were just the neighbors, the farmers, and I'm sure they did whatever they needed to do with them. So, but yeah, you love sunflowers too. They're so cool. That's the one. They are very cool flowers. You just made me think of Ted Lasso. Yes. Okay, I think I skipped a couple. Yes, I did. I skipped the hellos. Kate said hello and Canoe for sure. Speaking of which, I should probably pop up the picture. The picture board. Do. Share. There it is. Canoe or surfboard. I was pleasantly surprised to be able to find matching Lego images for the rest of this month. I think the rest of this month. Yes. Yes. Or at least the rest of this week or something. But anyway, yeah. So canoe or surfboard? And Kate says canoe for sure. And Paget is on team surfboard. But also Paget is bouncing back and forth between chores and writing and playing Mario with your kiddo today. Really putting that ADHD type 1 to use. Playing to my strengths. Yes. Yes, yes. Cool Gamer 2 is here. Hello. Welcome. Megan says, I prefer boogie board, so I choose the surfboard. Okay. So here's a question. I wonder if Megan and Paget, do you prefer the boogie board / surfboard because it forces you to like move your body in order to keep the balance a lot more than if you were sitting in a canoe, which balances itself for the most part. So I wonder if it allows you to be more active with the tiny micro movements that you have to do to keep balance. I wonder if that plays a part in it. I don't know. There was something else I wanted to ask. As I was writing in my morning pages, I think it was yesterday actually. And I was like, oh, I should ask about this. Yes. Okay. So those of you who have ADD or ADHD, some sort of attention disorder, do you find that morning pages are a struggle because of that urge to switch tasks when you think of it, that like immediate switch? Because I found myself over the last couple of days, as I've been doing the morning pages, just like thinking, oh, I need to do this, and just like literally starting to like drop the morning pages to go do. So essentially I'm wondering if that is just me being impatient, or if that is something that maybe, I don't know, maybe I should get checked out. I don't know. Anyway. But I guess that's sort of like, I don't know if it's like, I wouldn't necessarily call it like lack of impulse control, because like you're thinking of things that need to get done and you know it's only going to take you a little bit of time, but you know if you put it off you may forget about it. So it's better just to do it when you think of it, but that then interrupts tasks, and I don't know. Anyway, so I have found myself struggling a little bit to do the morning pages, because I am starting to think of like the things that I am like needing to do later in the day, or things that I want to look up, or whatever, that kind of stuff. Anyway. Okay, I'll get to the okay, so Thog says, I lived in Honolulu, so you can guess what I voted for. I'm gonna guess surfboard, but either one, like there would be stunning views either way. So Megan says it's great exercise to boogie board and surf. And yes, on the morning pages. Okay, that's why they take you so long. Okay, yeah. Okay. They say you should just make a list of things that come up like that and do it once you're done. But yeah. Okay. Megan says, I find morning pages aren't helpful for me. I already do a lot of that type of writing in your journal, but when you write, you hyper focus, or at least get really focused, so you never have that issue, except when it's boring. Okay. So yeah. Okay. I'll just kind of keep note of how things are progressing as I am maybe trying like for longer periods of time to do the morning pages. or to do them consistently type of thing. But yeah, Mom Maggie is heading to the pharmacy, so can't stay, but be blessed and happy productivity. And also use surf and boogie boards to slide on the great sand dunes. Yes, yeah, in Colorado. Yes, if you've not been to the sand dunes in Colorado, they're very impressive and fun. Okay, brain. Brain is trying to like meet. Maya says, what do you write for your morning pages? Well, the whole point of morning pages is supposed to be that they are stream of consciousness. And the way that Julia Cameron describes them, but also sort of like a compilation of what other people have described them to me as, is sort of like that morning, just like brain chatter of like the things you need to do in the day or whatever, and just sort of like put it down on paper so that your brain stops doing the small chatter and makes room for actual creativity. So some of mine, it's kind of weird. Like some of it is stream of consciousness and some of it is more list-like. Like today I made more of a list-like type of thing. And some of it is stream of consciousness. And when I'm fully doing stream of consciousness, it 100% jumps from topic to topic and is kind of weird and disjointed. And sometimes I find myself pausing to be like, okay, what's a way to segue these topics? Because I'm used to trying to have the segues in conversation or in academic writing. Like there has to be some sort of like process by which you get from one idea to the next. And so I find myself sort of like trying to forcibly have a segue in there. And if I can't find a segue, my brain sort of like dismisses the topic and is like, no, we can't talk about that right now because we don't have a segue. I don't know. My brain is weird. But like the other day I was like, I couldn't, the name bechamel popped into my brain and I was like, where have I heard this before? What is this? Is this like, because it sounds kind of like Ishmael. Is it like a name that Ishmael is a derivative of? Like, what is it? And I was going to research the name origin and etymology of bechamel. And I was in my brain spelling it Beshamel, bechamel. But turns out it's not like, it's more of like the name of a place. And then like a famous cook from that place made a particular kind of sauce. And so it's called a bechamel sauce. So I was nowhere near close to like the right topic type of thing. So my morning pages are chaos, essentially. And I think that's what they are supposed to be. To be honest, I think they are supposed to be either just getting like the brain chatter onto paper so you can ignore it, or just chaos so that you might be able to pull one thing of inspiration out for the day or something. So I'm not entirely, it may depend on person to person. But yeah, so that is kind of, and I've always struggled of like, well, what do people journal? What do they talk about in their journals? What do they write? Some people prefer to do like gratitude type things. Some people prefer to do lists. Some people prefer to reflect on a quote or a Bible verse or a psalm. Some people, it depends on what it is that you like to talk and think about, and therefore putting that onto paper. But I do find that I have to be careful with my journaling because I have some of those negative spiral triggers that I try to avoid. Otherwise, it's just going to take over my journaling. So, yeah, you know, boogie boarding is awesome. I think it's been a really long time since I've boogie boarded or wakeboarded. It's been a really long time. Keep a paper separate from your morning pages and write down everything you want to get distracted with. I may have to start trying to do that because it was a little, like I found myself reaching for the computer keyboard even though the computer wasn't turned on yet, or my phone, because I wanted to just look something up. It was, you know. Kate says, I need to do them. It's a routine that I've been doing for years. So your morning feels off if you don't. Just get the chatter out so you can focus. Right. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's the way that I think Julia Cameron describes them. So Monique needs to go in a bit. The Olympic opening ceremonies will be starting. Ah, yes. Yes, yes. You are wondering because you're currently at a coffee shop and you want to try physically writing for a change of pace. It might be a good way to start. Yes. It might be. And also, I go back and forth between like doing journal style entries, but also there are like the rock your handwriting challenges. If you just want like prompts to make your handwriting pretty practice or something, there's stuff like that. And then there's also just like writing prompts or journaling prompts that you can look up. So, yes. Sometimes you do a writing journal. You will ask yourself, so how is the writing going for the week, Kate? And then you answer yourself. Yeah, and that's a nice way to do it too. You have noticed yours have changed a lot from bitching and the sort of the negative spiral to positive constructive thoughts. Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping it's going to happen, because part of the exercise for week 1 and then like later weeks in the Artist's Way is that you're supposed to take those negative blurts, is what she calls them, so those negative thoughts, and then change them to positive affirmations. So I'm hoping that this is, I think I talked about this on Wednesday, I'm hoping that it will be helpful in triggering that reset of thought patterns from like the purely negative channel that like you've worn grooves in your brain over the years, and just sort of like shift the flow of thoughts. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. Is I have a couple of, that's what I'm going to do in either the first or second sprint, is sort of check in with the weekly prompts for the Artist's Way program, because I think I need to answer 1 or 2 of them today. And yeah. Also tomorrow, Mom and I are going to be going to the farmer's market again. Or, well, first time for both of us, second time for me. So I'll see if the booths have changed or if they're selling new stuff. New veggies, maybe. Anyway, that was very, very random sidebar. I guess I was thinking of like your outing for the week. Like, what's inspirational? You know, the artist date or something. I don't know. I think a farmer's market would be fun for an artist date. So we're gonna go. Today is the otter, and it is, the main message is, you are never alone. And it's a very adorable, cute picture of 2 otters. 42 is the number, in case you need a number for today. So here we go. Here's our otter friends. You are never alone. So like true friends, otters nurture each other and express their affection through touch. Actions such as holding hands and giving hugs offer reassurance that we are never really alone and that we are always cherished. The otter has appeared to remind you to experience and express friendship in a tangible and even tactile way. Communicate with your voice, your facial expressions, your gestures, and your actions, letting your love express itself beyond just the words you speak. The otter's message is that presence matters, so remember to be fully present with those you care about, helping them sense the love and affection and appreciation you have for them. Now is a time for joyful celebration and the love in your life that expresses as friendship and companionship. Hug someone, touch their arm, or simply look into their eyes with your full attention, saying, I care, you matter. Make time for friendship. Otter promises that the moment you reach out, you will remember that you too have many who love you and care about you. You are never alone and you are always loved. So there you go. There is our pair of otters. They're so cute. I like them. Let's see if I can get this to refocus here. I moved and it wasn't happy. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's thinking about it. Maybe if I switch to a different half sheet that doesn't have quite as bold. Oh, there we go. Okay, yay. Tina says, hi, I'm joining in. Welcome. Plotting the last few chapters. Ooh, adjusting the main character's arc. And you have some problems to solve still. Yes, I like it. But at least you're adjusting it as you go, so you won't have to do it all at the end, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my document. Kate says, thank you for that sweet reading. You're welcome. I enjoy them. Sometimes they hit a little close to home, but sometimes they're really, really good. So, all right, now I have my document up, and we can get the banner up, and let's start with the waterfall today. Regina says, hello, friends. Hello. You're in and out, mixing revisions with new words. Ooh, 2 projects. Nice. Nice, nice. All right, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. It's not quite what I wanted it to do. Okay. All right. Now that I know that, I'm going to have to change the font size, I guess. Except for on that part. Okay. Anyway, trying to figure out how to make a like little small cheat sheet for myself. Because next week's task, I shouldn't be looking at next week's task yet, but I am. Next week, the Artist's Way program asks you to both morning and night review the 10 principles of creativity, the basic principles. So you're supposed to read to these things to yourself in the morning and the afternoon, or morning and evening. And so I was like, well, okay, let me separate this stuff out and like print a copy for myself. And then I was like, I should probably make it a size that like fits into my journal. My bullet journal, so that I remember to check it both morning and night. Because this does not really fit into journal. Plus, this doesn't have like a AM PM check off thing yet. So I decided to rearrange it and then put in like a little place where I could do a check mark. But then it printed out like tiny. So like this is still the right width to do like a AM PM situation. So that's the right width, but I need it to be like visible. So I'm gonna have to adjust the font size, but I may fidget with that later. Rather than right now. Like I don't need to be doing this right now. I also went and got more coffee, which may or may not be a terrible decision, because I'm already scatterbrained enough after one coffee, but we're gonna make 2 today because. So I made myself milk and creamer with a little bit of coffee. Actually, I tried to, like, I have one of the little milk frother things. And so I have, during the summertime, I do not want hot coffee, like, at all. And through teaching, I just am used to drinking room temperature coffee anyway, but what is it? The Dahlonega coffee, the essentially just like foamed instant coffee and sugar. And then you essentially whip it up, and then you add your regular milk and water if you want to dilute it a little bit or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so I've been having those because it's summertime. So that's what we've been having. But yeah, also because Mom loves Costco. Mom loves deal. She is the second of 7 children, so she is no stranger to buying things in bulk in order to save money. And also just because family tends to use and need certain things in like bigger packages. So when a Costco opened, I guess like almost 2, has it been 2 years or only 1? I think almost 2 years. 2 years? I don't know. Anyway, somewhere between a year and 2 years ago, Costco opened up over here. And she has been very excited about it. And so she keeps going back. And then like the things that we do buy, she'll be like, oh, they're on sale. I should buy another big bulk package. So I have like the ginormous container of instant coffee, and they were on sale again, and so she bought 2 more, and I'm like, no more coffee. No more instant coffee until I make my way through at least 2 3/4 of these. Which will be another year. So that kind of stuff happens at our house. So, you know. Kate says, I did some reading, page after page, and doing the exercises. Excellent. So you were also looking up live readings in the area, and you found some. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's because it's a college town. There are occasionally live readings, but that usually happens during like the school semester and like sort of later in the school semester. For the most part. So I think school is due to start back. Public school starts back next week, which is ridiculous. I'm trying to remember when the college or university starts back. Okay, so not next week, but the week after. No, that's the date of conferral for the summer grads. Okay, August 14th. Okay, so a little further out still, like 2 weeks out. Okay, sorry, brain trying to figure out when the traffic is going to get crazy. Alrighty, what else? Maya says, during this sprint, I learned that dollar store, not necessarily Dollar Tree, but dollar store earphones are total crap. Agreed, and I could have told you that. If you asked me, I could have already told you that. And the notebook you chose makes ink smudge. Oh no. Was the notebook also from the Dollar Tree? I have found that their brand of paper is not very good. It's either too slick or too toothy, if that makes sense. And I don't know if it, I don't know the reason why, but generally the Dollar Tree in specific, they're like jot paper. Not worth the money. So you got what you paid for, I guess, but who makes glossy notebook paper? Yeah, so like too smooth. And earphones that self-eject from the earphone port. Oh, that's the problem. Whenever I bought them, they just like one of the earpieces would not work. Just like almost guaranteed that within 1-2 uses, one of the earpieces would no longer work. So Diane did a quick voiceover on a drawing video. Thumbs up. Yes, that's awesome. Yay. I like having voiceovers. They're fun. They're fun. I don't necessarily have the hang of recording and editing the voiceover yet, but there's that. I'm looking forward to the next 2 packages arriving. They have both, according to tracking, hit US airports in terms of like they have landed at a US airport. Neither of them said what state. So I don't know if it's like over in California or if it's already in Georgia. I don't know. My guess is probably California. But yeah, that's so I may or may not have them before August. We shall see. But I was kind of hoping that I would have the stuff to do the August bullet journal with. That's kind of what I was hoping for. But we'll see. All right, don't forget to vote for the picture poll. If I can get my life together and click on the right things. Here is the picture poll again. Canoe or surfboard. So there's that. And also, let's get the next timer up. Do, 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 do. Sorry for all the clicking, y'all. It is obnoxious. Maya says, I have the day off today. Yay! Because you're a total nerd and wanted to go to the Mint to get the new LM Montgomery coin. Ooh, that, and you really, really needed a mental health day. That sounds fun. That's what I know that my mom has taken my nephews to the Mint in Colorado. But I don't think I've been. We may have been to a Mint when I was a child, but I don't remember. But yeah, anyway. Okay, let's. This is just like my brain going, field trip to the Mint. And I was like, why does nobody call vlogs field trips? Like, field trip to the farmer's market, field trip to the Mint. Nobody calls them field trips, and I wonder why. I wonder if that's just because we don't have like necessarily great memories of field trips, or just like field trips sounds childish or more organized than self how do I want to phrase that, self-declared trips. Anyway, Maya says it's the 150th anniversary of LM Montgomery, and it being Canada and her being one of our most famous authors, they made an exclusive coin. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, the US quarters have, over the last maybe 20 years at this point, first we had the states, then we had the national parks, I think, and now we have the famous women. So I don't know necessarily what the most recent lady quarters are. I should probably check it out. So anyway, let's go ahead and do another sprint. So second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have something you would like to promo, please do so. All right, so 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you are hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for the posture check. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Clicked on the wrong thing. How are we doing? I think I forgot to say I got 621 words the first sprint. Made a note of that. And let's see how many we got this time. Okay, over 1,000 there. Okay. I'm not quite halfway to the next sticky. Not quite. Not yet, anyway. But the next sprint should take me halfway there. So that's good. That's good. Save. Don't forget to do any self-promo. I think, with the exception of Haley, who's just popping in now, I think I popped in everybody's channel links. So make sure you are subscribed and following your fellow writers. So here's Paget's channel. Here is Cool Gamer's second channel. Here is Megan's channel. Here is Monique's channel. Here is Kate M's channel. Here is Diane's writing channel. Diane also has an art channel that you should check out. Here is Thog's channel. Here is Mama Maggie's channel. You should also check out Mama Maggie's Amazon, because I know there was a book that released this month and there's a book releasing next month. Here is Maya's channel. Here is Tina's channel. Here is Regina's channel. Excuse me. Did I get Rachel's? I don't remember. Here's where Haley popped in and said, finished re-outlining 2 chapters, which is awesome. Excellent progress. Maya says, I think I might be done for now, and thanks for the sprints. You're welcome. Diane says, went back and made changes to the video, and it's now processing. Good. Good, good. I have realized through looking at the camera that my I think normal people, when they like extend when they give a thumbs up, it's like straight up, and mine has always been I'm like, yeah, thumbs up, but they're not pointing upwards. They're definitely pointing outwards. So sometimes there are certain joints of mine are more hyper extend, like double jointed hyperextension. There we go. That's the right word. But yeah, so my pinky fingers, they're not like, this joint is not as flexible as it used to be, but the tips are still relatively flexible. And apparently my thumbs, which I've noticed recently, both through crocheting and through doing the morning pages, that like when I grip my pens and things, my thumbs and my forefingers like feel like they're running out of circulation. I'm like, they didn't used to be like this, in terms of the blood flow, but they've always been bent weirdly. So, you know, just fun times for hyperextension. Diane says, I've been taking a break from my art channel, but I am back at it now. Yay! I kind of assumed, since you said you were doing a voiceover for a drawing. So, yes. Also, one of the times I went to the kitchen, I swapped over. We had a soup in the crock pot, small crock pot, but it just wasn't breaking down the limas that were in it. So I switched it over to a pot on the stove. And then Mom came in and she was going to make yellow squash. So she's like, I'll watch it. It's fine. So yay. Somebody's in the kitchen watching over the soup, and I also get yellow squash out of it. So excellent use of puttering in the kitchen and having your parents investigate. What are you doing? I'm adjusting what's for dinner. So anyway, also, speaking of crochet, so I did the giant, oops, I just knocked it over. I just did the giant sunflower, which I'm very excited about. But now I kind of want to try something small, like with thread or twine. I don't know necessarily what it would be classified as. Oh, the sunflower is having a real hard time standing up straight over there. I may have to move this elsewhere. I have it stuck in my Tombow markers, my dual tip. Ooh, no, nope, it's gonna be struggle lesson. Okay, we're gonna have it resting against the monitor. Anyway, but I went and raided the supply cabinet, and we have a huge spool of cotton thread, cotton twine, I don't know, but it's tiny. So I feel like I can play with one of the smaller millimeter hooks. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it, but I do know that my grandmother crocheted, and she made really cute and also stunning little stars and snowflakes for a Christmas tree. She made ornaments out of them. So I'm kind of like, okay, I could do that. And then because it's a cotton, I might dip dye it in colors. Maybe do that with my nephews. But then I'd have to learn how to starch them. And I don't know how to use starch. I've never starched anything. Like make it stiff and flat. So I guess I need to look up like tutorials on how housewives of old starched collars and everything else. I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't know if like I have to make my own starch stuff or if it's like something I can still buy, or are there more modern equivalents that like I might, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up and see if there's any tutorials on YouTube, but I don't know. So if anybody has any experience starching either clothes or crochet for ornaments, let me know, because I'd love to know if I'm in for like a terrible, terrible time or a relatively easy time. But yeah, so that's, I've done something big. So now I want to do something small. So yeah, I'm also, I'm tempted to do the Black Eyed Susan. I also have nearly a full skein of red, so I'm tempted to do a rose. Or a poppy. I could do a poppy. Because poppies are red, right? Are they more along the like scarlety orange red? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll do something. You'll just come back one day, like 3 weeks from now, and I'm like, surprise, I made another flower. There were only 3 weeks in between. Yeah, anyway. Let's do another sprint before I start looking for tutorials on how to do everything. That's the how to life. There needs to just be a channel that collects all of the tutorials and just call it How to Life. Okay, we had the 30-minute waterfall. We had the 30-minute babbling brook. It's already 3 o'clock. It is almost. Apparently, I've been talking a whole lot today. We'll do a 25-minute, and that'll be that. Okay, so 1, save your document. 2, make sure to take a drink. Hydrate yourself. Cheers. 3, Straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How was that sprint? Did we enjoy it? Was it good? Okay. Just trying to figure out which of my numbers was my last my last count. So okay. Got another 1,000. Excellent, which means I am over halfway to this sticky being movable. Excellent. Oops, I just realized I put those in the wrong bucket. There we go. I was trying to put it in Saturday instead of today. Time travel. How'd you do? Did we manage to get some more done? Hopefully so. All right. In terms of the picture poll, Canoe versus Surfboard. Where's my mouse? There it is. Canoe is the winner, 71 to 29%. So apparently relaxing, floating down a river or on a lake may be preferable to some of us than the surfboard. Kate has been bouncing back and forth from here to work stuff, but it's going well. Excellent. I'm glad. What is Sundays? I don't even know. Sundays is if your main characters should join a circus or be marooned on an island. Interesting choices there, right? In terms of like, what would your main character do? Which would they prefer, or which would you prefer to put your main characters in, rather? But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about finishing the sunflower. I'm excited about the possibility of making some snowflakes, and also a rose eventually. I got to close to 3,000 words of revision, which is great. I also got one more prompt done in terms of the Artist's Way program, and prepping a little bit for next week, I guess, making a cheat sheet anyway. So good progress all around. Kate says, yesterday I wrote a lot over your word count, so you only needed 77 to make your count for today on the Nano site. And you're also working on your writing vision board. Ooh, nice. Do you do it just as sort of like in Canva? Do you do it on Pinterest? I've seen people do it in lots of different ways, like actual old style collage, just like dropping images into Canva on sort of like a big size, whatever. Like, I don't know if it would be like a, what is the difference between kelp and seaweed? I don't know. I don't know if there is a difference. Is it like kelp is a type of seaweed, but there are several differences between them. This is the AI answer from Google. There are several differences between the two. Kelp is usually larger than other types of seaweed, can grow up to 150 feet long. Kelp is thicker, while other seaweeds can be more delicate and ribbon-like. Kelp also has holdfasts instead of roots, and some may have air bladders to help it float. Kelp is usually brown. Other seaweeds can be various colors. Kelp grows in colder, nutrient-rich waters along rocky coastlines and in deep underwater forests. Other seaweeds can grow in many marine environments, including oceans, rivers, lochs, and lakes. That is not a clear distinction at all. Okay, so seaweed is in the algae family, and kelp is essentially the largest subgroup of seaweed. So kelp is seaweed, but not all seaweed is kelp. Meh. That is an answer. But sea kelp is always apparently large and very long, as opposed to some of the other options. I don't know. Questions granddaughters ask that require Google. I mean, a lot of questions now require Google. And I guess that's because like printed encyclopedias are no longer a thing, really. I mean, they do exist, but they only exist in the reference section at libraries, or if you specifically order one, but a lot of them have gone online. Or you can buy like a CD of the information or whatever, but then it doesn't get updated. So I don't know. Kate says, I'm going to add pictures onto a Google Sheet and then print it off and then tape that to your bedroom wall. Nice. Okay. In terms of making the writing vision board. Excellent. Excellent. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to save my document one last time. Oh, I have 3 documents. So 1, 2, and 3. All saved. All right, y'all. I will hopefully see y'all on Sunday. If I don't see you Sunday, I will see you either in the chats or on Monday. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And I hope I do too. I hope we all have fantastic weekends. Yeah, and we'll see if Sunday we have another flower to add to the bouquet or not. I'm betting probably not. Just knowing myself. But yeah, so. All right, y'all. I will see y'all soon. Thank you and goodbye.